Is every case different? Where is your church with this?
Well, yeah, we did sue. We did file a lawsuit in the county in the city of Los Angeles. It went through 4 hearings, and we were victorious in the first 4, which kept us open, and we were not under any constraints, and neither had the health department filed any formal grievances against us. So we were meeting up until last Sunday freely, because the courts had failed to give the county what they asked for to shut us down. But a week ago, there was a 5th trial that we had, and the judge ruled for the county for the first time with a temporary restraining order. Basically, the court said that Grace Community Church cannot meet indoors. That was the court order. We did meet indoors anyway. We did not pay any attention to the court order. So that means as of now, we are in contempt of court. We haven't heard from the court what we're going to do, but we're going to keep meeting on Sunday. Whatever that contempt means or may mean, we're going to continue to do what we do.
Hey, Tim Frisch with A Frisch Perspective. That was Pastor John MacArthur talking with Eric Metaxas, a well-known Christian author and speaker. And Pastor MacArthur was talking about how, in light of the recent court order and their church continuing to meet indoors, they are actually in contempt of court, but the plan is for them to continue to keep meeting, and they're not sure what the outcome and implications of that are going to be, but they do continue to plan to meet and gather and worship as a church. I did see just recently here, Todd Starnes on Twitter put just in, Los Angeles wants Grace Community Church held in contempt for hugging, singing, and laughing during a worship service. So not only are they being held in contempt of court in principle, it sounds like the county, LA, actually does want to officially hold them in contempt of court. And Todd Starnes on his website does have a little article here updating the situation. This is dated September 17th. So this, I think, just came out today. It says, developing story, Los Angeles County is asking a state court to hold Grace Community Church in contempt of court for hugging, singing, and laughing at health department regulations during a Sunday church service. The Todd Starnes Show has learned exclusively. Pastor John MacArthur has been holding indoor services in defiance of the law for weeks, citing his rights under the U.S. Constitution and under the authority of the Holy Bible. During Sunday's sermon, MacArthur read a lengthy list of the rules and regulations that churches are required to follow per the LA County Health Department. At the beginning, Pastor MacArthur listed out requirements from the Health Department protocol. County Health official Benjamin Mock wrote, attendees responded to some of the restrictions Pastor MacArthur identified by laughing. Oh, the horror. During the service, attendees sang 2 hymns, Mock wrote in the court document. I also observed attendees hugging and shaking hands. Well, sweet mercy, Christians hugging each other, call in the National Guard. That's Todd Starnes' humor definitely there. Instead, the county sent environmental health specialists to the Sunday service. At least one security guard refused to let the government agents into the building. The court document revealed that at least one security guard was issued an administrative citation for interfering with a public health officer. Fewer than 5% of the people we observed were wearing face coverings, the government agent reported. Social distancing was not being observed. And perhaps the most egregious activity came at the end of the sermon when the Christians, brace yourself, walked out the doors. No instructions or guidance was given regarding maintaining social distance while exiting the worship center, the court document states. There were no directional markings on the floor. Individuals streamed out of the doors without practicing social distancing. Church leaders have been told to show up in court on Friday. They are literally trying to hold the church in contempt, not just for being open, but for people hugging each other and shaking hands and laughing. Thou shalt not chuckle at the ignorance of the health department overlords. So some of that article definitely includes Todd Starnes' own sense of humor and a little bit of his, I guess you could call it snarkiness, but it comes from his perspective and his passion about issues like this. So that was interesting, but I think you get the point there that Grace Community Church, it sounds like, is supposed to go to court on Friday because they are officially, this document has been submitted by the health department, and they are officially being held in contempt of court. So I'm not sure what the outcome of that will be, what the judge or the court or the law enforcement system will do. We do know from what Pastor MacArthur has said that the police department in Los Angeles has no interest in being involved in this situation and in coming down on Grace Community Church. The church has a really good relationship with the police department. So I'm not really sure what the court system would do, but we'll see what happens. I just wanted to give you this update because I know a lot of you are interested in this, as am I. I'd love to hear what you think about this in the comments below, but as always, thank you for listening to this update and some of my thoughts brought to you from A Frisch Perspective.